Training video, I'm going to describe the use of the often misunderstood but very useful option called templates. To take you one step back first, you may have noticed that in all the previous videos the graph style that I've used have all been in candlestick graphs, and indeed the program you received or using at the moment more than likely also shows candlestick graphs. You, on the other hand, may prefer to see all your graphs in a different style. For instance, by clicking on graph styles, you may prefer to see your graphs always as a bar graph, which is shown on your screen right now. Or if you are totally new to the market, you may prefer to see it as a line graph, which is more easy to understand, or easier to understand or to follow, rather than either the two previous graphs I showed you, like a bar graph or a candlestick. Now, if you wish all your graphs to be shown in either line graph or bar graph or candlestick format, you can actually instruct the computer to do so by using the template option. I'm now going to show you how to change the setting that we originally had and have been using all the time for candlesticks to a line graph, which we have on the screen right now. All you need to do is change the graph style to the style that you wish to see all the time. And in this case we've already done that. We've changed from, if you may recall, from candlesticks to line graph. Then you select File, Templates, and you say Save as Default Template. Now if you call up any other share, it will always show up as a line graph. Let me show you. I'm going to call up, let's say, Woolies. And there we have Woolies. Let me maximize it. And I show Woolies as a line graph. And this will stay like this until you change it back to, let's say, a candlestick graph or a bar graph, and you set it as your template for all future graphs to be used. And that's why the word default comes in. Templates can also be very useful in another way. And you would use templates most frequently when you start using indicators. Let's say that you have a number of favorite indicators you like to use regularly on your graphs, but you don't all the time want to go through this selection of one indicator at a time. I will show you how to use this. Let me just bring a few indicators to the screen. For instance, I bring up here on balance volume, and I can change the color. The standard color is normally black, but I've changed it before to red already, so I'm going to accept the color. The reason why I've changed it to red was because the price graph was already in black, so I don't want to get confused when I see my screen. And I click OK. Let's say another indicator I often like to use could be a momentum oscillator. Double click on there. Again, I want to change the color to a different color because I've got black and I've got red already. I'd like to identify what color or what each indicator is. And let's say this time I'll take blue, and I click on OK. So now I have three indicators on my screen, or 2 indicators and a price incidentally. Now let's say that these are the ones I want to use most regularly. What I can do now is I can go to File, Templates, and I can save the template with a name that I'm going to give it. And it's best to give it a name that you will recognize later on, and in this case I'm going to give it the name of OBV and let's say Momentum Oscillator. Click on Save, and there we are. We now got both indicators saved as a template. To remove these indicators, again you click the right mouse click, quick access menu, delete all indicators, and bingo, they're gone. Now let me show you how you can use a template. Let's say now I want to bring up a different share, and let's say I'll bring up this time ShopRite. Maximize ShopRite. And now I want to bring up both indicators like I used just now, without having to go and select them individually. So I go to File, Templates, and I select Apply Template, and now you can see I've got already 3 templates saved, and the last one I created was called OBV and Momentum Oscillator. So I'll click on that one, select it, and what you have now, you have the price on the top, and you have got the on-balance volume in red and the momentum oscillator in blue, and below that of course is your volume line. The beauty of doing this is that you can have many different indicators on your screen. You may in fact like another indicator shown here, and let's say we want to also put on a relative strength index. All we need to do is select the relative strengths. The color is already different from the other colors chosen, so I accept this color. Click OK, and now I have the price plus 3 different indicators and volume all on one screen. What I can do now, I can now again save this as save template as, and now I've got 3 indicators. I can say OBV and Momentum Oscillator, and RSI. Save. Now if I now go to a different share again, and let's say I'll take this time a share like Standard Bank. There's Standard Bank. Maximize it, make it easier to see. And let's say I want to bring all 3 indicators on Standard Bank. I select File, Templates, Apply Template. I select the last one, OBV, Momentum and RSI. And there we have the price. We have the on-balance volume, the momentum oscillator, and right at the bottom here I have the relative strengths plus the volume. At this moment in time, incidentally, you cannot remove the volume from this graph because it is actually needed to calculate the on-balance volume figure, but that's just by the by. So you can see that using templates is a very easy and very quick way of doing studies of your graphics on your screen or your shares, and by setting up a number of different ones, you can use any one of the indicators, either the frequently used, or you can use any one taken from the many other indicators that are available to you. Have them saved, and never again do you need to go to any one of these indicator areas or menus in order to apply them. do use it, set up a few, test them out, and I'm sure you're going to love working with them in the future.